What's going on, my beautiful DC brothers and sisters? It's your boy, the Truth 31. Hit like, subscribe for all that DC goodness on your face, neck, and chest. And well, John Wick is returning to hell to battle demons. That's right. Apparently, according to Peter Stormare, who played Lucifer in the Constantine film, which, by the way, underrated movie. He was on Instagram saying like, "Hey, sequel in the works," and this just like, okay, like this just came out of nowhere because like there's been rumors circling around that Constantine, that the sequel would be coming back around and Keanu Reeves would be up for it. But of course, there was nothing official. There was no confirmation. Keanu Reeves hasn't said anything about it, and it's kind of weird that it's not weird because the actor played Lucifer in the role, and I would assume he's saying this because he's been contacted by Warner Brothers, and I know he plays an essential part in the film, so maybe he's coming back for the sequel. But this was like, okay, like, again, like this news just came out of nowhere, which I like because I love the Constantine film. It's one of those superhero movies, if you want to call it that, back in 2005, where it was just like super underrated. Like people didn't really know Constantine. Like they didn't know that it was based on a comic book, Hellblazer, Neil Gaiman and stuff like that. So the fact that it kind of just went under the radar, and it did pretty well. I think like the budget was 100 million, and I think it made like 230 worldwide. It wasn't a big hit with critics. Well, fuck critics. They're like, what do they know? But the audience, they seem to have liked the film. They enjoyed it, and of course, Keanu Reeves. We're in the Keanu Reeves renaissance right now, so why not? He was in Bill and Ted. He's gonna be in the Matrix 4. He's John Wick. He's gonna be fucking like I was gonna say he's gonna be fucking Moon Knight, but that's not gonna happen now. But him coming back for Constantine, yeah, why not? And the director Francis Lawrence. He's another underrated director. I think his previous films were The Hunger Games and I Am Legend. Good movie, by the way. I didn't like the CGI zombies, but overall, like Will Smith and that world, that dystopian world, I thought that was really well done. So I think these two make a good combination, and I would love a sequel because it's been a while now. Again, 2005, and I'm just like, God damn, yo, it's just like, why are you taking so long to make a film like this? But again, perfect timing because now we're in the superhero golden age right now, the superhero renaissance and the Keanu Reeves renaissance. So it's a match made in heaven. And if some people might be confused, on the whole just John Constantine, Matt Ryan, stuff like that. Well, again, Matt Ryan is on the CW, so that is not gonna have any cohesive relationship with one another. Like those are two distinct different entities, distinct different properties, so it doesn't matter. And Matt Reeves, I know Matt Reeves is not Matt Reeves, well, I keep saying Matt Reeves. The Batman, I'm excited for the Batman. But the guy who plays Constantine on the CW Legends of Tomorrow, I think Matt Ryan, is it? Matt Ryan, yeah, I think that's what it is. Great Constantine. I love him. He's more comic accurate as opposed to Keanu Reeves, who's not really comic accurate, to who John Constantine is, as being blonde hair and British, stuff like that. Again, like Keanu Reeves' iteration of Constantine is way different from the comic books and stuff like that. So, and Matt Ryan pretty much plays a much more pure comic accurate John Constantine. And even though he's on Legends of Tomorrow in the CW, that's his own thing that has nothing to do with the films. And J.J. Abrams is also producing a Justice League Dark that will also feature John Constantine. But again, that's not going to have anything to do with Keanu Reeves. Again, just think of this, it's the multiverse, right? Everyone is John Constantine, everyone is Batman, everyone is Superman, blah, 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 in like Earth 16, 15, 14, 13, whatever. So whatever J.J. Abrams is doing with Justice League Dark and John Constantine, that's not going to have anything to do with Keanu Reeves. So again, it's weird because like it feels like we're literally going to have multiple John Constantines. We're going to have the Matt Ryan version on the CW, We're gonna have the John Constantine on HBO Max with J.J. Abrams producing, and we're gonna have Keanu Reeves, if this is true, if this comes into fruition, with John Constantine with Keanu Reeves. So it's like so if you're a John Constantine fan, you must be fucking having a nerdgasm right now because you have like multiple actors playing your favorite character. But again, man, I'm excited for this. I'm up for it. Again, if this is true, nothing has been official, nothing's in the works. But if the actor who played Lucifer in the movie is coming out on Instagram saying, "Hey, sequel in the works," that's gotta mean something. This isn't coming from fucking Joe Blow from comicnerd.com, whatever. Like, this is the actor who played in the movie, and he has a working relationship with Keanu Reeves because he was also in John Wick Chapter 2, which Keanu Reeves killed him in the end, which was awesome. But it's just like, and of course you had Jaimin Hansu, who played Papa Midnight, who was fantastic in the movie, and Shia LaBeouf, a young Shia LaBeouf, was in this movie as well. So, and spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the movie, he dies, but there's an end credit scene where he plays, where he becomes an angel and he flies up into the sky and stuff like that. So it kind of leaves a open-ended film to a film that's like what, years prior to that. So it's like, finally, if we get any answers to that, like like 15 years later, whatever, how long it has been, we're gonna see an angel Shia LaBeouf. So who doesn't want to see that? But yeah, Keanu Reeves, I'm all for it. I want to see this Constantine 2. I'm interested to see where the story takes place, like where he's been all these years. How the angels and the demons are still at war or whatever. It's an interesting concept. It's an interesting world that Francis Lawrence developed. So I'm all for it, bro. Let's fucking do this. But anyway, those are my thoughts. Smash that like button, my beautiful DC brothers and sisters. Subscribe. Hit me up on Twitter, Instagram. Let's continue having a DC conversation as always. Support DC. Love DC. Have you seen Constantine? Do you want to see Constantine? Are you excited for the sequel? Let me know in the comments down below. And let's speculate, baby, because it's Keanu Reeves. Who doesn't love Keanu Reeves? I love Keanu Reeves. Let's do this. Truth out, baby.